What is up, you guys? We're back in the grocery store and we're going to be talking about how to avoid Roundup. It seems like it's in almost every food we eat these days. So let's dive into how to avoid it. So let's talk about what Roundup is. It's a weed killer. It's non-selective. That means it's going to kill everything that it touches unless it's genetically modified. So one of the first products that has a ton of Roundup in it when it gets tested is conventional bread. You see, this is because of the flour. They spray the whole field with Roundup before they plant. They wait a week and then they go and plant the seeds. And then when the wheat is ready to harvest, they actually spray it again to dry the wheat for a better harvest. So if you're buying conventional bread that's not organic, the chances are it's going to have high levels of Roundup in it. So how do you avoid Roundup in bread? The answer is simple. Get an organic bread. If it has that USDA organic circle on it, that means it cannot be sprayed with Roundup. So that is your answer. So if we know that they're spraying wheat and flour with a lot of Roundup, when it comes to pasta, you want to look for an organic option as well. And even the Bonanza chickpea pasta has tested high for Roundup. So when you're looking for a pasta, it needs to be organic. Some pastas will even say glyphosate tested and glyphosate free. But to me, that just really doesn't matter because there are so many other weed killers besides Roundup that can be used in the production of crops. So pick up even a premium brand pasta like Rayo's here at Walmart. And if it's not organic, it is going to be sprayed with Roundup and it's probably going to test high for Roundup. So when you're looking for a pasta, get an organic. So if we know that Roundup is sprayed on wheat and basically any crop that's not organic, how do you avoid Roundup in cereal? You see, when you take any box of cereal and you turn it over and you look at the ingredients, almost all of them have wheat in it. So the answer again is pretty simple. We're looking for an organic cereal. Something here like Nature's Path. You can see here it has the USDA organic circle. So we know it's not going to be sprayed with Roundup. And when you look at the ingredients, you're going to see it has whole grain rolled oats, which again, if it's not organic, it's more than likely sprayed with Roundup. So the fact that this is organic is going to help us avoid Roundup. Let's talk about fruit for a minute and avoiding Roundup in fruit. If I go over to the fruit section in Walmart last time, they kicked me out. So we're going to do it in the canned fruit. So flashback about 2 years ago, my wife is actually an organic farmer and we went on a strawberry tour. It was up in Canada and it was pretty crazy to learn how they farm strawberries conventionally. You see, they're planted every year, and before they plant it, they hit the whole field with Roundup. And then after the strawberries are done, they spray the strawberry plants itself with Roundup 2 or 3 times to kill it because the strawberry plants are so hard to kill. So if a fruit is planted every year, more than likely the field that it's planted in is going to be sprayed with Roundup. They even go between the rows of strawberries and spray that with Roundup with a special hooded sprayer. But they can't do that if the strawberries are organic. So if you're buying fruit that's planted once a year, I would buy organic fruit. Now, EWG also has a list called the Dirty Dozen that you can look at that talks about pesticide uses in fruits and vegetables. And I'll put a link to it down in the description. It's a great resource. Another thing that I hear from a lot of people is they get confused with the non-GMO sticker. See, King's Arthur is a premium flour brand, and yet it says non-GMO on it. So can this be sprayed with Roundup? What even is the non-GMO? You see, the non-GMO just means that the seed itself for the plant or the crop has not been genetically modified by a scientist. It can still be sprayed with Roundup before they plant, after they plant, before the harvest, in a lot of different situations. So the non-GMO, it just means, the seed has not been genetically modified. And if it's organic, it's going to be non-GMO anyway. So I think they put this on there to try to trick a lot of consumers to thinking, oh, it's non-GMO. It's good, it's not sprayed with anything. But in reality, non-GMO can be sprayed with the same stuff that GMO crops can be sprayed with. So if you want a flour without Roundup being detected in it, get an organic flour. Look for that USDA organic stamp. And pretty much throughout the video, the whole theme has been if you want to avoid Roundup, make sure it's organic. Again, if it's organic, it's not going to be sprayed with Roundup. The field that the organic crop is grown in is going to be further away from a conventional field that is sprayed with Roundup. And the USDA standards are very strict when it comes to herbicides. So avoiding Roundup, simple. Remember one thing, buy organic. And a lot of times the great value organic option here at Walmart is cheaper than a conventional branded food. I'll leave you with that. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. I might drop another video sometime soon. I don't know. Peace.